Hey Leo. Okay, so these are just your general messages for the month of January. I thought we should kind of look ahead. Hopefully it'll look good for you. And I am still doing the sale for the private readings at $35 for the rest of the month of December. Going into the new year, that price is not going to exist anymore, guys. Okay, so, and thank you for everybody that reached out for a reading. Okay, Leo, sun, moon, and rising. What messages do we have for Leo? I'm seeing lava. I don't really know what that's about. Okay, getting out of a funk in January. I do like that. If you're dealing with an air sign, they may be giving you a hard time in January. Just an FYI. I don't love it, especially if you live together. They could be leaving or moving out. Or you are. Looks like you have some sort of manifestation that will be happening around the month of January. I do like that for you, Leo. That's good. The number 5 is going to be relevant for some reason. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, in the 5th month, something of that nature, okay? And it's when you're going to like make some pretty big changes, positive changes, okay? Very, very positive changes. January for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Somebody could be dealing with, sorry, a child at this time. They might be going through like a rough patch. If it's not a child, it's a younger person that you know. Looks like you are going to be doing a lot more self-care going into January as well. What a good time to do it, right? And dealing with a water sign. The water sign may need some assistance, whether that's financially or emotionally, and you may need to go to their aid, okay? Why is the 3 of Swords here? Ooh, could have an earth sign causing you some sort of emotional damage in January as well. Watch out for that. It will give you anxiety and heartbreak. You're going to get left out of a situation. It could be financial. They're coming out as the devil. Capricorn energy. Yeah, it has to do with your income. It has to do with work. January for Leo. Okay. Some of you may be letting somebody stay with you in January or going, or on from January. Somebody who's struggling a little bit here. Could be a family member or just somebody you know. Could be you staying with somebody, but I think it's the other way around. What is this about with the Emperor? Excuse me. No reconciliation, especially if it's with an air sign or an Aries. You are done and over with that. I do see some sort of argument, though, between you guys as well. Could be about finances. Yeah, or even some sort of partnership. I do see more money coming your way after January. I'm thinking after January because I'm seeing all this green grass, okay? Man, it's a battle for you, though, to get there. It's like you're working and you're seeing no results at this time. Well, I assure you, like, January is probably just the beginning of things starting to change for you. Something will be illuminated. Tell me more about that for Leo. Yeah, just keep persevering. Whatever you're doing is going to turn out okay. It's just going to be a while. For those of you that are dealing with a Cancer sign, I think January you may cut them off, or they'll cut you off. You are in the upright, having a little bit of a glow up, feeling better about yourself. Trust your instincts, Leo, going into the new year, because I don't know, I almost feel like, when you start to feel better, when you start to, even maybe look better, like whatever the case is, you might be forgetting about something intuitively, okay? Why is the 3 of Cups here? Some sort of celebration, could be with an earth sign or a Pisces, doesn't have to be. What is this celebration about? Learning the truth and or getting an apology from somebody. It has to do with your finances once again. This is a very financial reading. So something's going to transpire for you and you'll celebrate. Okay, holding on to some sort of hope here. If you have a stalker, they will be gone by January. If you have a sick parent or older person in your life, they could get worse come January. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm seeing some sort of ceremony, so that's unfortunate. Okay, why do you feel like you don't have a lot of options here, Leo? Okay, you have a bit of a burden in January and probably a few following months here. You're feeling like you're not really getting anywhere. You will. You will. The options just aren't that great. That's really what it comes down to, especially if you're looking for like a new position. Dropping, okay, finding some sort of stability and dropping a burden. We do have, I think this is, I hate to disappoint you, Leo. I really do. You guys are so supportive to me, but I really think this is more of like spring than January for dropping this burden and finding some sort of stability. Why is death in the reverse? Some of you could be dealing with a romance that's not really getting off the ground, or you could be meeting somebody in January and it's just like, you know, it's like one of those situations where you're like, did they like me or not? This is ridiculous. Yeah, some of you have to make a decision to leave the workplace as well in the following months. I just feel like you're losing your stamina or energy or something, you know, whatever you're doing, you're just kind of like losing, not the ability to do it, but like the drive to do it, okay? Saying here to protect your energy and not to let your guard down with an air sign. They're up to something, and an earth sign. Could be more than one person. They're trying to cause some sort of imbalance in your life. We do have a water sign here holding out some sort of hope for you. Or this is somebody that's just very compassionate who like comes to your assistance whenever something goes wrong. This could be like a family member, a really good friend. It does look like they're at a distance. Heavy on the Cancer. Okay, getting over some sort of betrayal, moving forward. I do like that. Some sort of justice coming to you, whether that is justice through the court system or whether it's karmic justice, okay? Your Ten of Cups is in the reverse. Again, the Ten of Cups is only in the reverse because I feel like if you get into a connection in January or your connection you're currently in goes into January, I feel like it's just not moving at a normal pace. You know, it's just like, what are we doing, you know? Expect that to switch around eventually, okay? For those of you that are trying to conceive, January will not be your month. And you need to allow this tower to fall, and it has to do with some sort of connection you have with somebody. Again, if you are involved with somebody or you meet somebody in January and you feel like it's just not evolving the way you want it to, say something, speak up. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to have them anymore. Big deal. There's so many of us, you know. All right, so let's see what else is going on before I end it here. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. I do want to mention this, Leo. I don't think I've mentioned this in the on videos prior to, but this is like very, very eerie for me. Lately, when I've been meditating, I am seeing like up above my head tarot cards, and I don't know if it's because I work so much and I'm just delusional and crazy. But I'm like, I'm trying to decipher, you know, why I'm seeing these tarot cards and what they're saying to me and what they're meaning to me. But for 3 days straight, all I keep seeing is Leo-based cards. Like every single time I meditate, it's like, it's super strange. I'm seeing the sun, I'm seeing strength. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but I'll let you know when I figure it out. So continue. What else do they need to know before we end it here? Some sort of partnership. Again, if you have a business partner, I would say I would probably do a little background check on them or something, or, you know, go through their information, because I feel like they're not really to be trusted. If you are getting into any sort of partnership, like I said, romantically, anything like that, make sure that they're doing their part, you know, that you're not just pulling all the weight. All right, it's repeating. It's repeating. I see, like I said, romance, and I see some issues with your finances, but that's all going to clear up in time. All right, hopefully this resonated.